Hey there, how's it going? So today is day 5 of our family road trip to Northern California. Today we're in the Lake Tahoe area amongst the beautiful tall trees, the crisp air, and just a whole lot of peace and quiet where I'm at right now. We did some activities this morning and now my wife and daughter are back at the hotel, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to take my new to me 1986 Porsche 944 Turbo out for a spin. Yes, that car right there, I picked it up yesterday, drove it for the first time in about a year. Me and my friend Brad took this car out on a rally last year. The previous owner was nice enough, or maybe crazy enough, to let us borrow it, and we liked it so much that we decided to buy it. We co-purchased the car. He's had the car for the last year, and now it's my turn with it. So I'm looking forward to driving this all the way back to Los Angeles. Today, I thought I'd make a quick drive to Eagle Falls, which is right off of Highway 89. Hopefully we'll get some really nice sweeping views of Lake Tahoe on our way up there, and maybe see a waterfall or two. Let's go. Now, if you watched my video yesterday, you'll know that the last time I had the opportunity to drive this car was about a year ago. And I just picked it up yesterday. I can't tell you how excited I am to be back in this thing. It is just a ton of fun. It's got a lot of power. The handling is just incredible. I'm really getting the feeling that this is going to be a long-term car for me. I seem to go through cars pretty quickly, so who knows? I might change my tune in a month, but right now it feels like I'm going to be keeping this car for a long time. Wow, look at this right here. It's like a sheer drop-off on both sides. That's insane. So right now I'm on Route 89, which kind of goes around the side of Lake Tahoe. And this isn't the type of road that you're going to want to drive spiritedly. There's just too many hikers, there's too many bicyclists, there's lots of tourists, there's taking in all the amazing sights. I mean, this is the type of road you just want to drive really slowly on it and just gawk at the scenery. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to hear the turbo spool up just every once in a while. You can still have fun at 30 miles an hour. Speaking of the turbo spooling up and the power that this car has, I feel like maybe the elevation of Lake Tahoe is having an effect on the performance of this vehicle. I kind of remember it having a little bit more power than it does. So I'm looking forward to getting it down to some lower elevations to see how it does down there. Now, the one thing that I totally forgot about since the last time I drove this car is on sharp right-hand turns, the smell of gasoline completely fills the cabin of the car. Now, I don't mind the smell of gasoline, but I don't always want it filling the cabin of the car, so I have to do a little bit of research and figure out exactly why that's happening. I feel like maybe there's some filler neck problem on this car that I'll have to sort out. One other thing that I'm really not quite digging is these side mirrors. These aren't original side mirrors. The original mirrors are kind of square or rectangular. These are from a 968. They kind of give it a more modern look, but I think I might revert back to the original ones. But man, it's hard to think about things that I don't like about this car. I mean, they're really sort of nitpicky kind of things. All right, here we are at Eagle Falls Recreation Area. So I've never been here before, so I have absolutely no idea what to expect. You know what? I feel like I can actually hear the falls already. Must not be that far of a hike. That's promising. So right over there is Emerald Bay, and apparently it's one of the most photographed vistas in all of Lake Tahoe. Now, the hike up here wasn't too terrible. It only took me about 20 minutes. It was pretty steep, like really steep. But if you're in the Lake Tahoe area, it's totally worth the trek up here to catch these amazing views. All right, so pretty soon I gotta get back to my wife and daughter for dinner. Hopefully I have enough time to take a quick peek at the Eagle Falls before I have to leave. All right, getting closer. I can hear water. an inexperienced hiker. I didn't bring any water with me. That was pretty fantastic. If you're in the Lake Tahoe area, a trip to Eagle Falls is totally worth it. So I'll be doing a more in-depth review of this car in the future, but I'm curious what you would like to know about it. There's actually a lot that I don't know about it, but I know that it's got more horsepower than it did stock. There's a lot of stuff that's on this car that I know is not stock, and I will talk about that in future videos. Alright, it's getting late. I had a ton of fun driving this vehicle around the Lake Tahoe area today, but tomorrow we're going to be leaving town and heading down to the Devil's Postpile National Monument. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this car does on a really long road trip, and tomorrow I'll put it to the test. Actually, you know what? I think I gotta go for a quick night drive. Well, that's interesting. I believe that liquid stuff right there is supposed to be inside the car. Yeah. I'm really getting a feeling that this is going to be a long-term car for me. I'm kind of somewhere just outside of Lake Tahoe. I'm not exactly sure where. And my Porsche 944 Turbo just overheated. I have a little bit of extra water I might try to put in it, see if I can limp it back to the hotel. But this certainly kind of changes the dynamic of the rest of my road trip. Well, I'm trying to limp it back home, and I'm going to try to refill the coolant tomorrow morning and see how it does. Not feeling too thrilled about that though. All right, back at the hotel. It's still overheating. I don't have a good track record with German vehicles, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Might have to get this thing towed all the way back to Los Angeles. So I'm not a Porsche expert, so I don't know the cooling system of this car very well, but it doesn't look like it's leaking out of any of the hoses. It kind of looks like it's spraying out of the side of the radiator. So maybe I could possibly put some stop leak in there tomorrow morning once this thing cools down, but I don't know. That's a long way from Lake Tahoe down to Los Angeles. I don't know if I can trust this car to make it all the way down there. Cool. Let's end this video on an up note, shall we? I had a good time in Lake Tahoe.